In the same way that AI-generated slop content has filled up our social media feeds, there's a different type of slop that's filling up our cities. Corporate developers have taken over with the same bland architecture and national chain businesses to the point where neighborhoods like this could literally be anywhere. You may have seen this image before and thought, yeah, American suburbs are just like that, plain, bland, and boring. But the cities, they're still full of life. New York, San Francisco, Chicago, LA. These places have heart, history, and culture. And while that's true, more and more often, cities are becoming full of what I like to call corporate slop. So what do I mean by corporate slop? You kinda know it when you see it. The mid-rise, blocky apartment complex, usually painted some mix of beige, gray, or white, with a generic chain restaurant, Lululemon, or overpriced gym in the bottom floor. Offices that don't look much different, usually full with startups with silly names that end in suffixes like .ai or ify or li, surrounded by streets with newly installed bike lanes, rental scooters, and e-bikes all around. And if you live in California, probably accessible by Waymo, the roaches of the road. I'm sorry, rest of the country. You're about to understand what the hell a Waymo is. You're gonna get a reasonably decent quality of life here if your entire life revolves around an office job. But it's all just cheap enough to afford while being just expensive enough to push out anybody who doesn't work in corporate America. Some may say stuff like this is fine. It's good urbanism. It's helping to solve our housing crisis. And it's mixed use, relatively walkable, and often accessible by public transit. And yeah, I'll give them that. It is a better use of urban land than car-centric sprawl. But is it really? When stuff like this goes in, it often eats up whatever individuality and uniqueness existed before it. Local businesses are often replaced with corporate chains because the rents are too high for the little guys to move in. Noise complaints by new residents shut places like nightclubs or music venues down that have been there for years. This actually happened a lot in San Francisco in the 2010s, as gentrification, driven by the tech boom, had made it harder for the arts and culture to survive in the city. Once beloved venues closed down as condos were put in next door, and residents complained about noise. But come on, if you're moving to a goddamn city, there's gonna be a little bit of noise once in a while. Just deal with it or move to the suburbs. The entire thing makes a city feel like you taught ChatGPT how to play city skylines, and it engineered the perfectly optimized metropolis. YIMBYs will say that any and all housing is good. It's the core philosophy of the abundance agenda. I've talked about this before. Basically, we should encourage developers to build anything to solve the housing crisis and bring jobs into the urban core. And while this works on paper, it results in sucking a place dry of what makes it special. You see, density built for capital extraction alone produces the same alienation as suburban sprawl. And it's often done by the exact same companies. The slop consumes urban and suburban alike. Cities have used incentives to developers and corporations to build fast, cheap, and standardized density in select areas without thinking about how it affects the bigger picture. And with it, an urban area simply becomes another place where workers generate shareholder value. No more, no less. And to fuel your bodies, of course, our corporate slop mommies and daddies have a little solution for us. Slop bowls. With employers pushing return to office policies requiring 5-day-a-week in-person attendance once again, the urban core has filled up with hungry office workers. And with it, we see the rise of corporate slop bowls. You know, Chipotle, Sweetgreen, Cava, Panda Express, or any number of these fast casual mid-price dining options. And the rise of slop bowls is just one indicator of a much larger trend in the homogenization of American urban centers. The slop bowl trend is crazy, y'all. You spend $20 or more on some combination of rice, beans, vegetables, meats, sauces, and whatever ethnic flavor you're feeling in the moment, and get something that once again feels akin to an AI-generated meal. It's fast and it gets the job done. Fuels you up just enough to get back to work at your cute little email job. Especially if you've only got 30 minutes or an hour to spend on lunch break, these quick meal spots are appealing and are usually the easiest option. These corporate chains tend to appear in neighborhoods along with a bunch of other hated tropes. The 5/1 apartment building, the generic, bland glass office tower, the sterile feeling of it all. So instead of going to a locally owned restaurant or preparing their own meals beforehand, the path of least resistance is often to just hit up Chipotle. The thing is, in these urban cores, they fill up Monday through Friday, and the businesses there are then forced to cater to people who don't really live in the area. And then you bring in the people that work there, and this is all they're gonna do. And so even when there are authentic restaurants nearby, they're often overlooked in the name of convenience. Even though a lot of times they're more affordable than a mediocre slop bowl. But with the rising cost of groceries and the time it takes to meal prep at home, it's no wonder that a lot of office workers are choosing to simply give in and let the corporate slop consume. After all, these places are healthier than going to McDonald's or Burger King, right? And the easy customization lets you feel like you have just a little bit more control over your life, where otherwise you're being constantly watched by some silly manager who's tracking your every move. The corporate drone needs some autonomy once in a while, so get a little crazy and add that red chimichurri sauce for $1 extra. I posted this little ditty to Instagram the other day, and it got over 1 million views.
This is peak American urban planning right here. You got the Panda Express, the crumble cookie, the sourdough & co. with these cool little 5/1 block apartments right on the 8-lane Megastrode. We love this. Across the street from the tech offices, and of course we got a car wash, a gas station, there's an In-N-Out burger in here. This is American cities, how they should be designed.
My favorite part about it was the comments. Yimbies do a touchdown emote when they see this. Sorry, Yimbies, you're gonna get a lot of shit today, and it's okay. We're very imperfect allies. I don't hate you, but we do gotta talk. You see, the 5/1 with the Panda Express and the crumble cookie at the bottom and the offices next door, it's all okay in theory. Like, yes, we know it's better than suburbia, but is it really the best we can do? So this is an area kind of near the San Francisco airport, and there's great public transit, BART and Caltrain are nearby, and everything about this is good enough. Like, it's okay. So you get your cold little slop bowl at Panda Express and walk to your glass office tower across the street. And then maybe for dessert, you get some little crumble cookie, like the Benson Boone Moonbeam ice cream or whatever the hell it is they're selling now. And best of all, you don't even need a car to do it. But look at that Strode. You can still drive if you want, something for everyone. But that's the thing. NIMBYs will say, hell yeah, this is great. Dense housing, mixed use, let's go. What could be wrong? Come on. It's also bland, so corporate. And the slop bowl shops keep serving up their $25 salads to whoever the hell will buy them. Now, there is some evidence that the slop bowl trend is slowing down. If the stock market is any indicator, and to these corporations, it is the only indicator. Kava has seen a 60% drop in its share price in 2025 due to lagging sales. Chipotle has come under fire for skimping on the portions and ingredients. And generally, people have less disposable income, so they might be skipping out on 1 or 2 of these slop bowls per week. But nevertheless, the slop persists. Every time a new building goes up in a trendy, dense urban neighborhood, you're bound to find a sweet green or a mixed somewhere in the mix. In the bottom floors of beige-colored apartment blocks all across the country, you'll be told, hey, this is way better than living in those boring-ass suburbs. We have electric scooters and rental bikes right outside. I mean, yeah, it's fine. It's all fine. But let me be a hater for a moment and give you my unfiltered reaction to eating corporate slop in a neighborhood taken over by corporate slop.
So come with me to actually try a corporate slop bowl. I have not been to any of these kinds of places in a very long time, and I like Mexican food, so I'm actually gonna go to Chipotle, which is right around here somewhere, and I think it'll be a good move for me. I think it'll be better than whatever the fuck sweet green or kava is, because I cannot handle corporate slop $20 salads. I'm sorry, but I can handle Chipotle. So we're going to the Chipotle in downtown Oakland, or I guess it's uptown Oakland, because this is the only one that I really want to go to. And you can see the beautiful skyline of the city of Oakland. There's a grocery outlet. There's so much actual culture and food just literally 4 blocks that way. So to pick Chipotle over a similarly priced mom and pop Mexican restaurant where you're actually gonna get something good is certainly a choice. But I'm doing it to live my best corporate life. So let's go. And of course, across the street, you've got these beautiful block apartments. At the bottom, you've got a mattress, Mancini Sleep World. That's crazy. Mixed use, a mattress store. That's actually crazy. But I guess it's good because if you're moving inside of one of these, you're gonna be okay to buy a mattress. So say what you will, even though it is kind of on a giant strode, this is a very walkable area. It is a very bikeable area. There are actually like rental bikes right from where I'm parked, and the parking ain't so bad either. So it's like a good mix of like cars, bikes, pedestrians. There's a bus line that goes down here. BART station ain't too far. Those are the bikes. You also got a Walgreens pharmacy here. That one's abandoned now, but there's a Chipotle. Let's go.
The red chimichurri actually looks good. I might try that.
Hi, can I get a bowl? From here. Can I do the red rice? The brown rice? Yeah, the brown rice. Any beans left for pinto beans, please.
And then what kind of dip would you like?
Can I do sofritas?
Any salsas, not medium hot or corn?
Can I do a hot?
Yep, sorry for your cheese.
Can I get cheese?
Anything else on top for you?
Do you have the chimichurri sauce? Okay, can I get that on the side? And then can I get the pico de gallo?
Okay, anything else?
What is that? Is that queso?
Yeah.
Can I do the queso?
It is going to be extra, is that okay?
That's fine.
Anything else on top for you?
Do you have like a cilantro or?
We have cilantro in our salsas.
Oh, okay, that's fine then. Yeah, that's all perfect right there. That's perfect. Nothing else.
This is my bowl. It's loaded. Got the napkins, got the Chipotle Tabasco, whatever this is, and the chimichurri sauce. Very delicious. Well, maybe not so delicious. We're gonna find out. I love how the queso is a little colder than the rest of the like sauces and stuff, and everything's like a different temperature, so it's all uneven. It really does taste kind of like AI generated food, like it was created by an algorithm. I don't hate it, but corporate slop for sure. Like I said, I never go to Chipotle, so this is the first time I've been here in years. Also, it's $18. For this much money, you can get like an actually good like burrito just like right down the street, maybe less. You can get, for less than this, you can get something actually like way better. But it's fast and it's good enough.
Like Taco San Marcos, you can get way better food here for like cheaper than Chipotle. Fuck it, go to Maya Halal. Again, far better quality Mexican food. Way better. Maya Halal is the shit. And it's cheaper. You can get a quesadilla there for like $6. You could probably get a bowl there for like 10, 12. Like, they will do way better than anything Chipotle can do. Okay, so it's much deeper than some $20 bean and rice bowl that mixes together to form a flavorless void of algorithmic nutrition, just enough to sustain you for another day at the email factory. No, it's the slopification of our cities and towns. What they did to the suburbs in the mid-20th century with the automobile and cookie-cutter housing is being done to the urban cores with self-driving cars, rental scooters, boxy apartment buildings, and $20 salad or acai bowl places. Do you really think that just because a place has a high walk score and is near a train station that all of a sudden it's great? No. Because it doesn't matter if you're living in suburban sprawl or in the urban core. The slop persists. The slop consumes all, and that's what it is. It's as if private equity opened up a restaurant, it would be fucking Chipotle or one of its many imitators. As time goes on and more parts of the country are built up because people do want to live and work in dense, walkable neighborhoods and not be forced to drive a car, they'll increasingly be packed into corporate slop blocks, just like the housing blocks of old Soviet Eastern Europe. But this time, it's good, because America does it. Capitalism, it's gotta be good. Just eat your slop. Live in your $2,000 a month, affordable one-bedroom apartment in what used to be a working-class neighborhood.
and ride your little Lime scooter to the office to take Zoom calls with clients in their own little email jobs. Like I said, nevertheless, the slop persists, and it's gonna keep on persisting. And if we let corporate developers run wild and just build whatever is the cheapest, most optimized, most profitable things, our dense urban cores may be, in theory, okay places, but where's the fun? Where's the whimsy? Where's the excitement? Where's the uniqueness that built great cities like New York or San Francisco? No. Instead, we're left with this. And I know a lot of people are going to say, yeah, this is good. This is good because we're building. We're building more. We're building better. We're building bigger. And we're building sustainably, responsibly. And that's not the worst argument. But who's profiting off of it? And what's it doing to our culture? And what's it doing to our cities? It's flattening everything out. It's making every place look the same. And the YIMBYs and the urbanists, they're all on board when it comes to critiquing Breezewood, Pennsylvania, or the Woodlands, Texas, or some random little suburb in the middle of nowhere. But as soon as you say something about these cute new little walkable neighborhoods with their little 5/1s and their sweet greens, people get up in arms. They call you a NIMBY and they say, oh, you just don't want housing. You just don't want development. Oh, you just want things to be expensive. And that's not the truth. The truth is there are better ways to do this. There are more responsible ways to build that bring in density and new things without it being slop, without just spewing trash all over your cities. Until we advocate for policies that aren't just handouts to corporate developers and national chains, the slop is going to consume us all. And we're going to be left with a city that will look exactly the same, whether it's in California, New Jersey, Texas, or Washington. What else can I say? The slop persists.